Don't have expectations. Don't have tunnel vision in life expecting things to go as you think they should go. Live in the world of possibilities and learn to accept when things don't go as planned. Expectation without attachment is fine because then you could enjoy being surprised. Expectation with attachment is wrong because it leads to suffering when things don't go your way. Live in the world of possibilities and you will not be limited or suffering. Live in the world of victimization and you are unconscious that you are creating your life with your inner feeling. The world is a mirror of your inner feeling. Victimization is the result of having attachment to an expectation that does not exist. What does exist is what is. Accepting what is wise, and not accepting what is foolish. Change is the problem. Changelessness is the solution. We are spirit and changeless. The change from spirit does not exist, yet it is the cause of all suffering, darkness, and lies. We don't exist in Maya, illusion, because it isn't there. We live in the spirit world as one. I just thought that was kind of cool to talk about today, because that's just something I wrote down. A thought that I was having, a conversation I had with my friend Wyatt actually earlier. I also wrote down some other spirituality principles, but I'll expand on what I was talking about with creating and everything from your inner feeling. Creating is letting inner feeling manifest as your life. So your inner feeling is creating your outer world. It's not that the outer world is creating you. You are your own, you are your own being. You are spirit, and it is changeless. And if you're miscreating, you're gaining inner feeling from the world, and that's dualistic, because if you're just like kind of being tossed in the ocean by the world and not really aware of your creation of your life, then you're just kind of like you go somewhere where something bad's happening and you feel bad, and when you're going somewhere where good things are happening, you're feeling good. Or you're going somewhere bad and feeling good, or you're going somewhere good and feeling bad. You know, but yeah, miscreating is just wrong. It's not the right way to live. I was very oblivious of this, of manifestation and all that for a while, but I've started to really listen and really look, and I've noticed that when I have a good feeling, something good will manifest, and if I feel bad, then something bad will manifest. And I look at it in depth, like if maybe I'll have a bad feeling, and then someone will get angry with me or upset with me later or something. If I or even if there's fear that's felt, then maybe someone will like do something that gives you that feeling. It'll represent the reflection of your inner feeling. And this happens all the time, actually, not just once in a while. It's really like whatever you're feeling is creating your life, and it's not instant. It takes a while for it to manifest, but that's how we create here. And really, like, it's ignorant to get attached to the world because, so many people um, think that they're people when really we're spirit. And there's really no other way to say it, but, you can get all attached to the world and, building it, moving it, um, you know, communicating with it. Uh, you can do so many things, but really, like, you're living an illusion. And I think that I can actually, well, I don't know if I can prove it, but I just want to share with you a theory of mine. Um, I guess you can call it a theory or you can call it fact. I don't know. Just hear me out and you decide, because, it's something you literally have to decide for yourself on, because it has to do with a math ratio that goes on forever. So there's no end to it. You can't tell if it's fact or if it's not fact. But I was just thinking that a galaxy is 99.9% empty space. And I just want to say, like, the spiritual principle is that of A Course in Miracles is that the world is a dream and it's not reality. Heaven is reality and love is reality. And so a galaxy is 99.9% empty space, and an atom is 99.9% empty space. So what happens, think about it, like, a galaxy is 99.9% empty space. You look into the matter, the 0.1% space or matter, or sorry, that's the opposite. You look into the 0.1% matter, and when you look at it with a microscope, it's made out of 99.9% empty space. So if you think about, like, the ratio of a galaxy to an atom, like, that's a huge difference of size, right? Well, what if you get a microscope that looks at something as small as the ratio of the galaxy to the atom, like that big difference, but smaller another time, which would be really, really small, right? Well, if you found a microscope, my theory is that you would find empty space again. You would look at the matter of an atom and in a microscope that goes super, super small. And then when you get down to it, it's just 99.9% empty space. So if it's just 99.9% empty space, it's not 99.9% empty space, because it's a thing that goes on forever and you can never actually catch matter, so it doesn't exist. So there's no matter. That's my scientific theory that I guess either can or can't be proven. Because, like, I was thinking, like, well, what's the one that's bigger than a galaxy then? And maybe it's just another, like, ratio that's, like, going on forever, and it's it doesn't go on forever, though, because the other matter is just the planets. There's no bigger matter than planets. Isn't that weird to think about? But, like, I guess when you're in this deep, it's weird to think about, but um, there's nothing bigger than planets. So I guess like you look at a galaxy, and then maybe since it ends, it doesn't keep getting bigger. Maybe it doesn't keep getting smaller at some point. Maybe it ends, and maybe we can't actually prove this. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I thought it was cool. But like, there's a reason why this world is a dream. It's not just like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's a reason that it's not here, though, that it's not real. This is a dream. And the reason it doesn't exist is because it's just a projection of ours. It's not real because it's not made of love. It's not like there are loving things that happen here, but there's no substance to this world. You can move it around, you can build it, you can do run around and do something, but like it doesn't really, like what really matters is your inner feeling, and like the manifestation is not real, so it shouldn't be the goal. You shouldn't feel good just to manifest something, because it's not real. You you focus on spirit, and that's fucking real, and that's good enough. So honestly, like, that's the truth. Yeah, there's a lot of suffering that comes from the world, but there is a wise way to live in it, in this world. And there is a purpose in living a human life, but it's definitely like a dream. And the purpose of it is really to find spirit, though. It's like a perfect means of finding salvation, is what Jesus said in A Course in Miracles. But yeah, it's good to like use science and spirituality, but like I guess there's science that is born from this inner feeling, which is love. This heaven, the spirit world is what I'm talking about. When you really find your true inner feeling, it's really heaven is your inner feeling. When you're feeling heaven, you're creating heaven in the world. And everywhere you go, you're creating heaven. But really, like, it's kind of a question, like, should it really be fulfilling? And I think like it is fulfilling to bring heaven to the world. But why would it be fulfilling if it's a dream? It's kind of interesting to ponder. But I guess it's like we're bringing our brothers and sisters home to be one in heaven again. I guess that's fulfilling. We're bringing beings back from illusion back into heaven, and that's pretty fulfilling, I would say. But that's what this world is for. The body that we have, that is in us, this body that is in us, in our mind, because everything is mind or spirit. It's mind. It's in your mind. This is a projection. It's a mirror of your inner feeling. So I guess, yeah, matter it's not real. It's not actually there as far as I feel. I haven't mathematically
found the answer, but I'm pretty sure that moving numbers around and stuff is not anything in comparison to the way that I feel with spirit. And the way I feel with spirit is telling me that matter's not real. And maybe you can know in that way without math, because there's so many things that, you know, the ancients knew, and they wrote it down. They wrote stuff down about the stars that you literally would have needed like thousands and thousands and thousands, or like hundreds of thousands maybe of years of like continuously looking at the stars to be able to figure out what they've figured out without, you know, having that much time looking at the stars. They just knew it. They knew in their hearts. That's what I know in my heart. But yeah, you can, I don't know. I guess like, yeah, it's important to love though, because that is the source of creation. And that's when miracles start happening, is when you love, because miracles are the joining of minds. That's what it says in A Course in Miracles. That's what Jesus said, because Jesus is the author of A Course in Miracles. It's really, if you think about it, that's who it is, you know? It's pretty cool. But yeah, you shouldn't be attached to the world. But like, the body's a communication device. And that's what this world is for, is communicating the spirit to people and saving them or having them find heaven. And really, it has to happen from within. It doesn't happen from outside, you know, it happens from within. There is no outside or inside, there's just spirit. So it comes from spirit. I'm going to end this live stream or whatever on YouTube. This is my first one. Hopefully you like my channel and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and maybe I'll do some more videos and everything. All right. Peace in.